What if I told you that the most powerful financial force in American sports doesn't play in the National Football League? We have been told for decades that the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Yankees are the gold standard of sports business. But in just 24 months, one man in a pink jersey has shattered that reality. Dems in 2022, Inter Miami was a $600 million club, sitting at the bottom of the league. But today, after the arrival of Lionel Messi, their valuation has exploded to over $1.2 billion. That is not just growth. It is a hostile takeover of the American attention span, from Apple TV subscriptions skyrocketing to ticket prices in Chicago and Los Angeles jumping 900%. Whenever he enters the city, the NFL might own the weekend, but Lionel Messi owns the world, and right now, he is teaching America exactly how much a single legend is worth. Let's put this into perspective. To understand the scale of the Messi effect, you have to look at the kings of American culture. LeBron James is a titan, but his 160 million Instagram followers are a drop in the bucket compared to Lionel Messi's 57 million. In fact, Messi has more followers than every single player in the National Football League combined. When we talk about the Big Four in America, the NFL, NBA, MLB, and NHL, we think of them as untouchable, but the data from late 2025 tells a different story. On TikTok, Inter Miami now has a larger following than the Golden State Warriors and the Kansas City Chiefs. Put together, think about that. A soccer team in Florida is outtrending the greatest dynasty in basketball, and the reigning champions of the Super Bowl, the NFL, is a domestic monster, drawing 120 million viewers for a single game. But their reach stops at the Atlantic Ocean. Messi's brand is a global currency. When he played in the 2025 MLS Cup, over 4.6 million people tuned in globally, a record-breaking number that proved soccer is no longer a niche sport in the United States. The American sports model is built on domestic dominance. Messi's model is built on global obsession. Baines, for the first time in history, the most famous athlete on American soil isn't holding a football or a basketball. He's wearing pink, and he's changing the math of the American dream. To understand how one man can break the financial ceiling of a sport, you have to look at the numbers. Before the pink jersey arrived in Florida in early Arsene Arsursun, Inter Miami was a modest franchise valued at roughly $600 million in the world of global sports. That is barely a footnote. Then came the official announcement. Within months, the valuation didn't just climb. It detonated. By May of Arsene Arsursun, Forbes officially clocked the club's value at over $1 billion. And now, in late Arsene Arsursun, defavoring a historic run to the Major League Soccer Cup title, experts have confirmed the club is worth a staggering $1.2 billion. That is a 100% increase in value in less than 2 years. To put that in perspective, it took some of the most historic teams in the National Football League decades to achieve that kind of appreciation. But why? Why is a club with a 21,000-seat stadium worth more than some European giants like Everton or West Ham? The answer lies in the revenue explosion. Before Messi, Inter Miami was generating roughly $56 million a year. Today, that number has surged past $200 million. This is what sports economists call the Messi premium. It is the ability to sell out an entire season of tickets in less than 2 weeks. It is the power to charge $900 for a single seat that used to go for $40. It is the leverage to sign a jersey sponsorship with Royal Caribbean that shattered the previous league record. Every time Messi steps onto the pitch, the city of Miami feels the ripple effect. Hotel prices spike 40%. Local restaurants see a double-digit rise in foot traffic, and the global eyes of 500 million social media followers are fixed on a small stadium in Fort Lauderdale